Does Ryan Garcia only have a left hook, as Gervonta Davis says? The answer to that is yes and no. When you watch Ryan Garcia fight, you don't just see him throwing a left hook. You see him measuring his opponent with the right hand and then landing that left hook. And either rocking or knocking his opponent out. He also has a left uppercut to the body, which has knocked people down and knocked people and stopped people before. So to tell someone that they're gonna have an easy time against them, to tell Ryan Garcia that he's gonna get wiped out by Tank because all he has is a left hook, it's just rubbish. Because the left hook is one of the most legendary punches in boxing, all the way from the times of Felix Trinidad, then recent days boxing, Nonito Donaire, Ryan Garcia, Oscar Valdez, and many more fighters that I can't think of on the top of my head right now. But it's an ancient punch, and as Ryan Garcia said, maybe that's all he needs. And assuming that Ryan Garcia says he's gonna feel good on fight night despite the rehydration clause and the weight cut, he could very well knock Tank Davis down with a left hook, because Tank Davis has been rocked with a left hook. Tank Davis has had work put on him. However, Ryan Garcia is a one-punch master, and that is not going to do anything, not going to do him any favors against Gervonta Tank Davis. The only time I've seen Tank Davis in a real fight was against two fighters, against Leo Santa Cruz and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I didn't see much of the Barrios fight. I saw highlights. Yeah, he did struggle too, but he was able to eventually stop the guy. But yeah, the ones that I've seen full fights, yeah, Pitbull and Leo Santa Cruz. And they didn't stop him because they were power punchers that had only one punch. They gave him a hard time because they threw punches in bunches, and that's something you need against someone like Tank Davis. And even then, when you're putting the work on Tank, he will do he's just doing it to gas you out, and then he will take you to deep waters and drown you, like he said he's gonna do to Ryan Garcia. And he's done that in every single fight prior to this one. The only fight that he really struggled with before this, the double fight that we didn't see it happen, was against Pitbull Cruz, because Pitbull Cruz was one tough motherfucker. So yeah, does he only have the left hook? Once again, my answer is yes and no. However, I do believe that he will at least rock Tank Davis in that fight. He'll rock him. If he feels as good as he says he's gonna do, despite the weight cut and the rehydration loss. However, honestly though, from round 5 to round 5 and above, if it reaches that point of the fight, it's gonna be a replay of Manny Pacquiao versus Oscar De La Hoya, because the same thing happened when those two fought. There was a catch weight of 145 pounds, and De La Hoya hasn't even fought at 147 in 10 years before that. Okay, and rumor has it that he was only allowed to rehydrate 2 pounds on Fight Night. 2 pounds. There's no power in that. At least Ryan Garcia's got 10 pounds, but honestly, it's just it's fishy to me. Unless the weigh-in is gonna be in the morning and he can rehydrate to at least 155 pounds on the night of the fight, then yeah, he'll do a little better than expected. But honestly, against Ryan Fortuna, against Javier Fortuna, I saw a 170-pound man, 165 to 170 pounds. Okay, I didn't, But even then, even if that Ryan Garcia is fully hydrated and everything, Tank Davis will always come out on top, like he always does. And I think Tank Davis is the best lightweight. And I'm honest with you, unbiasedly speaking, he's the best lightweight and the best junior welterweight in American boxing. Okay, I believe he beats all fighters except Regis Prograis from 135 to 140 pounds. He's just a gifted fighter. That's when I talked to Barry Hunter in the past. Gervonta Tank Davis is a gifted fighter. Okay. He has He's got talent like never seen before. Okay, and similar to the Mexican fighter Emmanuel Navarrete, he will show up as a beaten man in the early parts of the fight and then drown you when you've given it all you had, because you think you've hurt him bad, you think he's out of there. But man, the fight only begins in round 5. And trust me, if Ryan Garcia has no stamina anymore because of the weight cut and everything in round 5, it's gonna be a nasty knockout victory, a nasty stoppage victory for Gervonta Davis. There will be blood all over the ring. Okay? However, because of Ryan Garcia's performance against Javier Fortuna, if he can show up like he did against Fortuna, against Tank Davis, we will see a super fight that everyone's expecting. So this is where I will disagree with Bill Haney, as he said, it's only an exhibition match. Okay? Now, aside from that, we're hoping for another super fight later in the year between Canelo and David Benavidez. Hopefully, if after Canelo beats John Ryder, which he should win that fight, hopefully he decides to fight David Benavidez instead of going straight for Bivol. As you know, for lack of a better term, a step-up fight. Okay? So this is what he didn't look good against Bivol, and he didn't look his best against Triple G. So, I don't blame him for picking this fight. However, I wish he did pick higher competition like Morel. Like David Morel. I wish he picked that level of competition instead of John Ryder. So yeah, we get. So, it's a good year for boxing in 2023. However, the fight that really needs to get out of the way to see if it's really as good as everyone is saying it's gonna be is Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Is it gonna be as good? Is it gonna be the fire fight, the super fight that everyone's expecting it to be? We'll find out on April 22nd. We'll find out if Ryan Garcia can go above 146 pounds on the morning of fight night. We'll find out if Ryan Garcia has the stamina and has the grit to withstand Tank's power. Okay? And if Ryan Garcia can land that right hand more often and work on the right hand, I believe he will give Tank Davis much more trouble than expected. Much more trouble. But that being said, I've never been a fan of catchweight clauses or rehydration clauses. So unfortunately, I will have to go with Gervonta Davis by a late round stoppage. It's gonna look very similar to how he broke down Hector Luis Garcia, all because of the rehydration clause. So that's it for now, folks. Hope you'll enjoy the fight, and I'm gonna try my best to make it out there.